Alright everybody, today we're going to be doing kind of a little rant video. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on in the automotive community about what's currently going on with the EPA and them possibly rolling back some stuff, most specifically for diesel trucks. I know there's a lot of carb stuff that they're talking about, possibly like race application stuff like that. But for me specifically, I'm more of the diesel kind of guy. I like the heavy duty diesel trucks. So for you guys that haven't seen the channel, this is my personal 2020 Ram 2500. It's a Laramie. It's got the Ram boxes. It's got the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel, the absolute crap 68 RFE transmission. And then this is a brand new 2025 Ford F350 Lariat. It's got the FX4 package, block appearance package, Lariat Ultimate package. This thing is absolutely insane. In terms of apples to apples, these trucks are pretty much almost identical. Adjusted for inflation, the MSRP on this would have been very similar to the MSRP on this guy. But this one being an inline six with the Cummins versus this being the V8 with the Power Stroke, they are pretty different. Personally, I love the Cummins. The Cummins is very easy to work on. Tons of room in the engine bay. When you open the hood on this guy, it's an absolute mess of hoses and wires and all sorts of crap. Doing any work on one of these Power Strokes is significantly more labor intensive. Obviously, mine has been pretty heavily modified. I got a lift on there. This guy is all basic and stock. But what the meat and the potatoes of this video is about is the emission stuff. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there kind of going over what's going to happen. You can do this now, you can do that now, you can't do this, you can't do that. There is a YouTuber that I was watching who kind of laid it all out. Didn't really make people happy because it was the truth, and usually the truth doesn't really make people happy. So I am going to do a test drive ride along, whatever, in this vehicle, and kind of rant and just go on about what's going on with the vehicles. But as it stands right now, the EPA's 45-day comment period is coming to a close, and it looks like, from everything that I'm seeing, it looks like the only thing that will be like truly like repealed as of right now is going to be the diesel exhaust fluid standards. Instead of sending your truck into outright limp mode and 5 miles an hour limited, they're just going to kind of tier it, so that way your truck will lose 10% of its power, then 20%, then 30%, and so on and so forth. So you won't actually just be limited to 5 miles an hour, but if you had 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, instead of 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, you'll have 10% less, then 20% less, then 30% less. That way, it incentivizes you to put more diesel exhaust fluid in it, so that way you can retain full power, especially if it's a working truck, you're using it every day and you're towing. This is a mega cab. This one is a crew cab. Mega cab does give you like almost a foot past the rear door. So essentially, this is a crew cab long bed frame, but they give you the longer cab and then the standard size bed. This one is just outright crew cab, regular bed. I do like that this one gives you an absolute insane amount of space right here behind the seats. This one unfortunately does not, because it still shares the same cab as the 4th gen trucks, all the way back from, I believe, 2009. So this cab is extremely old, while this one has been refreshed. So I'm gonna stop ranting here, and then I'm gonna just go start ranting when I actually do the test drive. All right, so we're gonna be taking a test drive today in this 2025 Ford F350. This very well could be the next vehicle that I get. Not this one specifically. I'd probably order a 2026, but we're gonna take a little test drive in it, see how we like it, and then talk a little bit about the emissions related stuff. So let's tag along. So what I really like about this truck, if you can see it, is the heads-up display. I really do like that a lot. it's just very smooth compared to the Ram that I have right now, and even the new 2026s. This truck is so much smoother. The steering is so much smoother. The shifting is so much smoother. Just everything about it seems to be smoother. I don't really like not being able to rest my arm on the door side like I would on like a Ram or like a Chevy, but other than that, it's pretty nice. The exhaust brake is not nearly as good as the Ram that I have, but I do like that you have full exhaust brake and auto exhaust brake. I like that a lot. Getting to the more emissions related stuff, I know there's a lot of talk right now about the emission stuff being kind of rolled back. There's a lot of incorrect information out there, I should say, at the very least, about what's actually going to happen. It looks like right now the EPA only has jurisdiction, if you will, over certain greenhouse gases. It looks like Congress would have to act in order to repeal like the full implementation of diesel exhaust fluid, EGRs, SCRs, DPFs, all that stuff. It looks like what's coming out right now is just they're going to try to roll back some of the limitations that running low on DEF fluid actually has. So right now, if you were to run out of DEF fluid, you'd go into limp mode essentially for however long it is or whatever, until you just can't drive it anymore. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to scale that back to where it just reduces engine power and engine torque. So that way you can still drive the truck normally and you won't be limited to 5 miles an hour if you run low or out of DEF fluid up until a certain point. I think it'll be like a tiered system. I know there is a House bill right now going up before the House of Representatives. In my opinion, I think that's probably highly unlikely to pass. It would pretty much roll back everything, and it'd be like the Wild West in terms of emissions and stuff like that. I know these trucks have gotten way more efficient in the past. I know with the the compression ratios and stuff like that, they burn a lot cleaner. I know with the fuel pumps they're putting on these trucks now, I think even with the CP4, if it doesn't just grenade itself, it does have a significantly higher fuel pressure mixture than like a CP3. I think the new 26 Rams with the updated Cummins have a Bosch CP8 on there, something like that. General Motors has the HP4, something like that, Denso, I think it is. And then even with like some of the aftermarket stuff, I know S&S Diesel has a DCR4 conversion for the Super Duties. So there's a lot of fuel pressure stuff. I mean, these engines can burn so much cleaner now than they used to, even without emissions. I know my 2020 Ram has a 5-switch tune on it, and even in like the 250 horsepower tune, it'll smoke a little bit, but I mean it's nothing compared to just regular standard stock trucks from back in the day where they're just chooching out smoke like a freight train. It would be nice. I mean, they could look into possibly doing like a water meth injection. I know that'll lower EGTs and stuff, and that could possibly help with emissions. Right now I'm using the exhaust brake, and I can easily tell that it's not nearly as powerful as the Ram, unfortunately. There's just something about that inline 6 that seems to be insane for that kind of stuff. Power, torque, engine braking, it's just all around, it seems like a beast of an engine. But I still really do like this Power Stroke. I mean, this truck right now has 60 miles on the clock, and I'm just cruising around kind of at 50-55 miles an hour, and it says my average is about 12.3. That's not that bad of an exhaust brake, actually. That's actually a pretty okay. But I know I do ramble a lot. These aren't my typical format of videos. I know there's just been a lot of stuff talking about the fuel economy stuff and the EPA coming in and possibly deregulating some of the diesel emission stuff. I mean, I'd love it. I'd love to be able to walk into Ford in 2026 or 2027 and buy a brand new truck off the lot without any of that crap on it, retain my factory warranty because I don't have to delete anything, and possibly save thousands and thousands of dollars, because this emission stuff can range anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 worth of equipment, parts, and labor. So if they're not having to put this stuff on the truck when you get it, I would hope that they would pass that on to the end consumer. I mean, even a $5,000 savings off of current prices would be huge, even if they cut it in half. I think that'd be sizable and appropriate. So you're looking at right now a fully maxed F350 Platinum Plus package with the tremor, with the winch. You're looking at about $113,000. If you could go into a Ford dealership 2026, 2027 and not get that stuff on there and bring that down, $5-10 grand, that's still absolutely insane prices for a truck, but any bit helps at this point. And that leads me into another topic, is the the astronomical prices these manufacturers are charging nowadays. I'm really hoping that we're getting to a point where they realize they're going to have to cut their prices. I know back in 2023, 2024, Ram had to issue all new Vehicle Monroney stickers with new updated MSRP on there because people were just not paying the price they were asking, and those vehicles were sitting on their lots for weeks, if not months at a time, trying to get sold. So I'm hoping something changes here. I love my truck. I love my Ram. If I could somehow keep it and get a brand new Super Duty, I would. But I think with the maintenance and the stuff that's going to go on with that truck, I think it's probably time to get something new, especially for tax purposes. I just put a $7,000 or $8,000 transmission in it at about 60,000 miles. My shocks are completely shot in the back. I got to get new shocks. I know a lot of people have the hydraulic lifter issue on their trucks anywhere from around 60 to 80,000 miles. So that's something I'm going to have to worry about. And that's another $7,500 to $8,000 fix installed to go to a flat tappet conversion system. Turbocharger, who knows? I don't know how gunked up it is. That if that goes, that's probably another $2 to $3 grand. Just you got to pay to play. With diesels, it's pay to play. That's why the maintenance is so important. Preventative maintenance. I upgraded the Cummins to the fast fuel system. I got upgraded extended heavy duty, extreme duty service life filters. I got a bigger oil filter. I do my oil changes every 10,000 miles instead of every 15,000. That's recommended from the manufacturer just because I don't want to deal with not having the lifters properly lubricated with crummy oil. Upgraded cat oil filter. There's just so much stuff you have to do to these trucks to keep them operational. And the emissions just makes things so much more complicated. I really wish that they would just do away with all that. So in the comment section below, I will link to the House resolution or the House bill that they're proposing. If you want to reach out to your House member, let them know that you want them to support this. Let them know that it's going to be very burdensome and cumbersome on you as a small business owner to keep updating and keep in compliance all of this emission-related equipment, especially if you're a farmer. If you're someone who uses your truck day in and day out or has a fleet of these trucks, you all know that if you have an emissions-related component that goes down, I mean, you could be out of commission for weeks, if not months, waiting on back order parts, and parts that are just extremely expensive and time consuming to install on your truck. So I'll be putting a link down in the comment section below. But right now, it looks like the EPA is only able to kind of roll back some things that's under the purview of the EPA. It's not an outright repeal of everything, so we still will have our DPFs, SCRs, all that crap. Unfortunately, EGRs, we'll have all that stuff on these trucks until otherwise stated. So again, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Hopefully we can rally enough people to come and talk to their Congress people to let their voices be heard. But like I said, I love this. I love the Super Duty platform. I love the power. I love the interior of this vehicle. I mean, fully digital instrument cluster, massive touchscreen display, fits plus size water bottles, which is pretty sweet. I love the physical buttons for the heated and ventilated seats. I know right now on my Ram, everything is accessed via the touchscreen display. I like that, but I also like the redundancy of actual physical buttons. So, like I said, love the platform. I love the Ram. I love the Cummins. I've test driven a couple of the General Motors products. The GMCs are nice. I think I like those over the I like the GMCs over the Chevys, but I don't know. I don't like the independent front suspension. I don't like the wax coated frames. I know the 10-speed in this truck and the Allison are identical. General Motors just paid Allison to license the name. That 10-speed was co-developed with Ford, so you may as well say the Ford has an Allison in it too, because it's almost identical. I know the 10-speeds have been having some issues. It looks like the single best thing you can do for the 10-speeds is probably do an upgraded valve body as soon as you get the truck. So you're looking at probably another $1,500 to $2,000 just to make the truck a little bit more robust. From what I'm seeing, if you have one of these trucks or you're thinking about getting one of these trucks, the best brand to go with for that would be next gen transmissions or next gen driveline. I don't remember what one it was. I think it's next gen transmissions. They have a really good robust valve body you can put in these trucks to kind of firm things up and keep them from exploding themselves. It's funny, the 68 RFE on the Rams used to be the champion for the shittiest transmissions in the heavy duty trucks, but now that the 10-speed has kind of been a little bit out there and there's been enough model years to where they can actually see what's going on, seems like the 10-speed is having just as much, if not more, problems than the 68 RFE. There's the old Rammer girl right there. But then again, with the new ZF 8-speed, we will see how that fares, because from what I've been told, it looks like there is all of their stuff is internal, so you have to take everything off just to even service it. So we will find out. Sorry about the ranting. If you enjoyed the video, let me know, give me a like. If you hated the video, tell me I'm an idiot in the comment section below and give the video a thumbs down. Let me know what you think. Do you think we should do away with the emission stuff in these trucks? Do you think there needs to be some other system we can implement? Personally, I think we can just outright do away with them, especially with the technology we have nowadays with the, like I said, the fuel delivery system and the compression ratios in these trucks. If you want to do something kind of in the middle, maybe like a water methanol injection system, that way you're not relying on DEF. You can actually just lower temperatures and increase efficiency with essentially windshield washer fluid. That'd be a pretty good idea. So let me know. So there you have it. If you're still with me and watching the video through all my crazy incoherent rambles and rants, please leave a like and share the video with your friends. If you hated the video and you're still here for some reason, I really appreciate it. Give me a huge thumbs down on the video, and in the comment section below, let me know why I'm an idiot. But in summary, right now, the only thing that's changing is the diesel exhaust fluid side of things from what I'm hearing. If you want more things to change, you have to reach out to your elected representatives about the bill that I will link up to in the comment section below. I absolutely love my truck. I love the Cummins. I love the Ram. There are some problematic things I talked about just previously that I'm going to have to address if I keep the truck. I'd love to keep it, but I also do love the Power Stroke and the Super Duty. I love the cab. I love the layout. There's so many good pros to this truck with so little cons. It's going to be hard within the next year if I want to upgrade and buy one of these, or keep this and just put money into it and just build it up to be a little bit more robust. Like I said when I was ranting on the test drive, I would absolutely love to be able to come here to Spirit Ford, go to the sales lady Cheryl, say, hey, order me this. I don't have to worry about any of the emission stuff. I don't have to worry about diesel exhaust. I don't have to worry about EGRs. I can just put a 5-inch turbo back on it right from the factory without having to worry about voiding any warranties because I took emission components off this truck. I love this living in Michigan. All of this is aluminum. It's lighter. It's corrosion resistant. I'm not going to have to worry about rust versus this guy who is already showing a little bit of signs of rust on the bottom. And then obviously these shocks are a different story. Those things are all rusted to shit, but I would love to be able to build one of these for the channel. Right now I'm thinking F350 Platinum Tremor. If I can somehow swing that, that'd be awesome. But like I said, like the video, share the video, dislike the video, call me an idiot in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.